Hello and welcome. My name is Ritchie, and today I'm going to be taking you through the Goblint can normal raid guide in Crusaders of Light. So, to start with, on this raid, like every other raid, we're going to clear all of the mobs. Now, you'll notice that this one takes a little bit longer than the others. As these are level 45, they do just take that bit longer to clear. So, we're going to get through them and then eventually move on to the first boss. So ideally we would have a couple more people in the team just to speed the process up. So we'll keep inviting as we go along. Now we'll move on to the next set. Luckily we do have two very good, they're both DPS actually. I thought one of them might be a tank, but it's just two other good DPSers in the team. So luckily we should clear this quite quickly. There is a slight possibility if we don't get a healer that we may die on the boss, but we'll take it as it comes and see how we get on. If we have high enough DPS, we should be able to clear it quite quickly. So, let me get rid of these mobs. After this, we should have only, I believe it's one more set left, or maybe two more sets. So we'll keep running through. Love doing my little spin there to move forward. As you can see, one of the tanks does have slightly higher DPS than me, but I'm just top at the moment as I've done more damage. Okay, so we're going through, and yes, it looks like just in time we have had a healer join the team, which is good stuff. So now we're going to carry on through to the first boss. Can we say his name? It is Magmontus. So if we stand here with Magmontus, you'll see soon that we're going to avoid two of his big attacks. So the first attack then that you would have seen him do is a big smash with his axe. It does do a significant amount of damage. Now you will see also around the corners we have some flames. And I can't help but sneeze. Of course it is a live commentary, so crazy things do happen. So here we go, we're going to keep attacking him. His health is dropping relatively quickly as this is a fairly high level team. We're going to try and avoid the fire on the ground which is left after smashing his axe, as it just makes it a little bit easier for the healer. So we're going to clear him out, avoiding the fire coming from the walls, and here we go, he should now be dead. Brilliant. And collect the loot. Now we're going to turn around and move on to the next set of mobs, which are just down here. Now that we have a few more people in the team, it should mean that we can clear this just slightly quicker than we did before. As you would have saw at the boss, unfortunately the level 39 died, but this just goes to show how only a few levels can have a big impact on how that boss does hit on you. From 39 to 45 you can see an extremely big change in what armor does for you against these bosses. Again, you'll see he's just died due to the mobs even, whereas someone like myself and the other level 45s it won't really affect. If you are doing this raid with a team of level 30s, it is possible, but it does take a significant amount more focus as to what I'm giving it right now. Perhaps we will eventually create another character and go and do these raids again as a low level so that you can see the impact that it might have on you if you don't focus. Now we have this set of mobs and then one more set after, and then we will be done. You might see that occasionally all of the monsters are getting hit, even though I'm only using single attacks and no AoE attacks. This is just because part of my set bonus is the Mana Flame boost, which you can get just for logging in over a certain amount of days a month. They are giving it as a reward at the moment. You'll see that on your daily logins. Now, I'm just going to clear these last few. Almost dead. Just send a couple of spinners his way and turn around and now head back into the boss. So, the final boss is called Goblint, and we're going to run to the side. You'll see why later, because he will return to the position that he's in now. So we're going to start by hitting him full force with our DPS. Now shortly what he's going to do is release a green vomit. It may not happen for a little while yet, depends where he's at. Well, he's released his little green orbs onto the floor. Now this is where it comes in handy being stood closer to the boss, because he does stun you all, and then you're left with him running back. As you can see, he'll launch a big casket, which inflicts a huge amount of damage if you're stood under it. It's called Poison Barrage, so you just want to avoid that. Keep on hitting him with all you've got. It doesn't look like on this rotation that he's actually decided to use his big green vomit attack, unfortunately, but that's just something to watch out for. Now he's dead, you can collect your loot and come on out of the raid. And that is everything. So now in our previous videos, if you want to go back and look on them, we have covered Scar Plains, Dire Galleon, Ancestral Altar, and of course, as we just did, Goblint Camp. I think after this what I will do is move on to make some guides on the heroic raids, as I expect people will want to see them and understand the attacks a little bit better. I think I'll look to release those later this week. Of course, this week all we can do on heroic is Scar Plains, and what else have we got? Goblint Camp as well. These do rotate every week, so that's on a Friday and a Monday. They switch over what you're able to do. So next week it could be that we can do Scar Plains again and Dire Galleon as well, but not Ancestral Altar and Goblint Camp. So we'll see what it allows us to do, and then eventually create guides on all of them. If there is anything else that you would like to see, please do let me know, as I'm still very new to making guides on this game and would warmly welcome any feedback that anyone has to give. Thank you very much, and goodbye.